You a list of names of black people that were lynched, and it was deemed a suicide. In February of 2026, just months ahead of the World Cup, Cal Basinga was found hanging from a tree in Marietta, Georgia. Investigators ruled his death a suicide, saying they found no evidence of foul play. But his family has publicly rejected that conclusion. Then 16-year-old Juliana Nazita, who was reported missing before she was found hanging from a tree on church property in Charlotte, North Carolina. Police ruled her death a suicide. Her case sparked outrage because many people questioned how a missing black teenager could end up dead in those circumstances with so many unanswered questions. There's DeMartravion Trey Reed, Denoris Richardson, Tori Medley, Robert Fuller, Malcolm Harsh, Lennon Lacey, Raynard Johnson, Keith Warren, Jermaine Carter, Roy Veal, Otis Bird, and DeAndre Montrell Hopkins.
Might have to drop a dime on them.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta stop it.
I don't like that shit.
For sure, bro.
I don't like that shit.
All right, y'all, we back with another video, man. Y'all know how we do. Always pushing help growth and to better understand itself. So check this out. We do not have a crime hate bill, and we have the most hate crimes done against us than anybody else. And these politicians, our Congress members, the NAACP, none of them don't care, and they know that other ethnicities have crime hate bills. So we can continue to have people get found missing, get found hung, black women coming up missing. There's a lot of black people in general, and it's nothing being done. Check out what this lady say, and I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. What's going on with the crime hate bill with us? It's visual evidence of a lot of crime, a lot of hate crime.
Let me get this straight. Nolan's mother had to track down his phone in order to get it back. They had to beg and plead for Nolan's car keys. When they received the phone, they noticed messages were deleted, Snapchat videos were deleted, and then his body magically showed up a day after. The day after his family went to that same location. And you want me to believe there was no foul play, especially when I'm seeing a pattern of evidence being tampered with. We got all of this going on and not one arrest. Lord knows if this was 4 black boys and 1 white boy went missing, all of these boys would have been arrested. No evidence needed. Given the
history shows that too. We got the most criminals that's released from jail that they found out that it wasn't them. His brothers did 27, 30 years. The crime that wasn't, the state had to pay out to these guys. And it's crazy that a lot of this is, but the system favors, they got the complexion for the protection. But we got another case I'm gonna show y'all after this one. Gerard Jackson, kind of the same situation, but he wasn't on the boat. We're gonna get to that, man. Y'all stay tuned. Let's get it.
History of Mississippi and the Mississippi police, I'm actually very thankful that everyone is talking about this case. This case has reached Colin Kaepernick and Tyler Perry. They're paying for the autopsy and making sure his body gets from Mississippi to DC. And they're also paying for the...
I don't know about Tyler Perry, man. He getting involved. I mean, listen, some of our people are, they gatekeeping. They tied to the gatekeeper, and, their idea is to get the information and get money with it. I'm not saying he doing it. I'm just saying we got to more trust our grassroots movement. Colin Kaepernick, I mean, I don't know, but our grassroots got to be stronger than celebrities, just in my opinion.
The 18-year-old's funeral. 18 is such a crazy number to even say out loud. And don't come in my comments telling me it's not about race when 1000% it is. We just seen how they handled the Carmelo Anthony case. Like, come on, be for real.
And I want to know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Is we need that crime hate bill. It's either crime hate bill, It ain't even either. It's crime, hate bill, and reparations all day. Non-negotiable.
Another black man was found dead in a wooded area, and you'll never imagine what the police is classifying this as. Yep, you guessed it, a suicide. His name was Gerard Jackson. He was 28, out of Illinois, and apparently he and his white friends, he's another token black kid or black man, who rented a truck and drove he and all of his white friends down to the Electric Forest Music Festival. And apparently he got into an altercation with somebody in the group of friends earlier that day, and the police had to be called over to the incident. Now, his friends are telling his parents and his family that he had a mental health crisis and that he'd left off of their campground site following that crisis, right?
Now, it's always a story, but the story always leads to no arrest. It's like we just mysteriously out here just, having things happen to us. And this is why we say people that be online, it's a lot of us that be online talking about joining other races. You're making people more susceptible for things like this. It's crazy that people would get online. I seen a lot of them, and they just acting like this stuff ain't happening. We don't have a crime hate bill, and everybody getting away with taking us out.
So again, his body was then mysteriously found in a wooded area at that festival. They haven't done any further investigation. They're simply taking his white friend's word for it, and they're classifying it as a suicide. I am so sick and tired of telling the same story every single day, every single week. I'm just sick and tired of it. And for the people that keep saying I'm race baiting, what else is it? I haven't heard not nan story about all of this black on black crime y'all keep talking about. I'm not seeing the stories where black people are going out of town with their black friends and ended up drowning and not making it back to shore off of boats.
That's a great point. And we was talking about how all of this crime, it's not done by all foundational black Americans. It's people that in America, everybody claim they black. So they're going to be associated with being a black American, but they could be we don't know what their lineage is. So we know that the goal is to make black people slaves the best way they can. And the way they do that is through crime. But the crime is happening to us. It just gets thrown underneath the rug. So it's either crime bill, reparations is like what we pushing, for this midterms, and we pushing it hard because this don't make any sense. Ain't nothing happened to an Asian I've seen yet. I mean, I researched one in 1983 when them two white boys beat up the Asian guy, and they got the Asian bill in 2021. It's been so many heinous hate crimes that's been done to black people that it's disrespectful for anybody else to get one on this lane.
It back from music festivals. I'm just not seeing those stories. So I'm not even trying to hear that. All I'm saying is I'm sick and tired of the same narrative. I'm sick and tired of white people being able to murder our children and get away with it. Black people do not drown themselves. Black people do not stay behind on boats by themselves. Black people definitely do not lynch themselves. Ask me how many people I know that are black that walk around with ropes hanging in their pocket, waiting to go to a wooded area of a forest to hang themselves. Zero. It's just not happening. Stop killing our children. We are pissed off. And we are not okay, and we are sick and tired of it. And we're not just going to sit back and continue to let it happen.
So check this out.
A list of names of black people that were lynched, and it was deemed a suicide. In February of 2026, just months ahead of the World Cup, Cal Basinga was found hanging from a tree in Marietta, Georgia. Investigators ruled his death a suicide, saying they found no evidence of foul play. But his family has publicly rejected that conclusion. Then 16-year-old Juliana Nizita, who was reported missing before she was found hanging from a tree on church property in Charlotte, North Carolina. Police ruled her death a suicide. Her case sparked outrage because many people questioned how a missing black teenager could end up dead in those circumstances with so many unanswered questions. There's DeMartravion Trey Reed, Denoris Richardson, Tori Medley, Robert Fuller, Malcolm Harsh, Lennon Lacey, Raynard Johnson, Keith Warren, Jermaine Carter, Roy Veal, Otis Bird, and DeAndre Montrell Hopkins.
Now, there's no reason why this is definitely evidence for a crime hate bill. Hate crime bill. It's nothing else no politician can't tell me. We might have to start putting hands and feet on politicians, family. This ain't, there's no way. There's no way we got all of these missing people lynched and they talking about suicide. They playing with us. They playing with our talk.
In many of these cases, authorities ruled the deaths suicides, while families, civil rights advocates, and community members said the investigations were incomplete or raised serious unanswered questions. A new report released this year by Julian, Justice for Victims of Lynching, argues that there have been more than 70 suspected modern-day lynchings across 7 southern states between 2000 and 2025. According to the organization, those states are Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, and South Carolina. The report argues that many of these
we had one in Florida, that lady, I don't know, they didn't confirm it, but it was a lady that was found hung right here in Florida, in Miami, when she was going to the Juneteenth. But it's just too many deaths that we are getting numb to it, and it's like something got to give.
Deaths were quickly classified as suicides, which advocates say can prevent homicide investigations from fully developing. Those conclusions are disputed by law enforcement in many of the cases, and the report's findings have not been adopted as official determinations. These families are still searching for answers. They deserve thorough investigations, transparency, and evidence that gives the public confidence in the conclusions. History has taught us why many Black Americans view these cases with deep concern, and that's why every one of these deaths deserve to be examined carefully. Do a list of
I mean, it's 2026. There's no reason. It's cameras everywhere. Okay, it's only our deaths is the ones that we don't find who did it. Okay, and it's always like we just did it to ourselves. So we can't trust the people who at the coroner. We can't trust the investigators. We need our own separate investigation that's just for us, that we do. And then we have to, go off of how we feel. We can't no longer even believe what they put out in the public, because it just seems like, they do everything but give out the truth, in my opinion. But this is just a prime example of what we got to push for. Hate crime bill. We still got to push for our reparations, because this is the kind of games that's being played on us, and the plays that's being ran on us, since, the war on drugs and the red line, and it's like a bunch of this stuff is being done, but the politicians, it seems like they with it. So we got to start canceling these politicians, and we got to come up with our own body. We got to be doing it ourselves. We can't wait for people to, hold justice or do justice. We got to have our own investigation, and that's what we're doing now. We starting to realize that we got to start spending our own money with each other, keeping the trillions, so we can be able to control things like this. So I want to know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Salute to all the subscribers, all of the subs, all of the people that be donating to the channel. Love and appreciate y'all, man. All of the members, man. Make sure y'all shopping where we need to be shopping and looking out for the people we need to be looking out for. But I love and appreciate y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace and love.
A community must have three things to have a community in it. You must have a wholly independent economic structure that can provide goods, service, products, and things for your own people, and jobs and tax bases for your own people. You should at least control four basic things. You should be trying to control water, food, medicine, and energy to be able to survive and compete.
Here we got Mr. Pollock. He had a cornfield. He took advantage of a free water test from us, and this is what we found in this water. We found sulfur, we found hardness, and we solved these problems with an easy fix of 2 tanks. So get your free water test today. Stay blessed. Click the link below.